Good afternoon again, Brian Sullivan, President, Nassau County COBA. I'll be brief, just a couple of points I wanted to hit on again. There's I remember in college years ago, there's a saying in sociology, if you want to know what your society is going to look like in 10 years, take a look inside your jails now. 15, 20 years ago, we had a gang problem in our jail. We started getting a lot of gang members inside the jail. We started having a lot of gang problems inside the jail. We were fighting to have a gang unit installed. We wanted to have gang intelligence brought up. This was all around the same time, as I said earlier, when President Clinton was having INS and you know, that morphed later on into ICE, working in correctional facilities to see what's going on inside correctional facilities. A lot of our leaders back then, 15, 20 years ago, did not want to either believe or recognize that we had a gang influx coming onto Long Island, because we live on Long Island, high taxes, the beautiful suburbs, all of that, and we don't really want to go down that road. We thought it was something that was going to go away. Well, it didn't go away. It got worse and worse and exponentially worse, and now we are where we are today. We have a major MS-13 gang problem on Long Island. Obviously, we've seen all the news reports of the last few years of all the murders that were done and bodies we're finding on in Massapequa, of all places. We have a blood and crip issue going on in Nassau County. We've been dealing with this for a long time in the jail, and we've had a very long and fruitful relationship with the federal government and with the police department, my gang unit in the jail, with identifying gang members, exchanging intelligence, finding out who they are, and helping to tear apart their criminal organizations. This thing, and I'll defy anybody to say over the past 20 years that they knew ICE was at the jail. ICE did not have a trailer out in front of the visitors unit that in blinking neon lights said ICE is here, ICE is here. There's a trailer that's not in front of the visitors area. It's several hundred yards away behind the power plant that's not visible to the entrance of the jail. So to say that it's visible and it was intimidating to anybody, first of all, who it is it intimidating to? It's certainly not the law-abiding citizens of Nassau County who are here legally. But it wasn't intimidating to anybody until it became a political issue from the national government on down. We decided we're going to kick ICE off the jail property. All of a sudden, everybody went, "What? There's ICE there? What are we talking about?" Nobody knew they were there. And now all of a sudden we have a lot of groups that are involved in saying that in press releases, now they know they're going to be an NUMC, now we know we're at the jail and everybody's going to be intimidated. Why don't we just get over it? This was a screw up. Let's hit the reset button, go back to the beginning again. Suffolk County has ICE on their jail property. They have no intention of getting rid of them. Our ICE was going to move in with them at their Yaphank facility. Now they brought back, we believe, because of all the pressure that was put on. Let's just hit the reset button, go back to the beginning again, and leave this vital law enforcement tool where it belongs, where they are, where they're able to interview inmates in our secured facility, as Mr. McDermott said, that we can gain intelligence to find out about these criminal organizations, we can identify gang members, and that's it. Not once in the 20 years that they were there has ICE questioned, talked to, or taken into custody anyone that has ever walked up to the door of the jail, either to visit, employees or anybody else of that matter. It's a decision that's, you know, as far as I can say, just hit the reset button, go back to the beginning again. ICE has Suffolk County has theirs. ICE put the ICE back on the jail property where they belong. Let them do their job that they've been doing unfettered for the last 20 years. And let's go on to other issues. There's a million other issues in the county that we need to deal with. So being here, I implore the county executive to put ICE back on the jail property. Let's forget the whole thing, shake hands, and let's get back to the business of governance in Nassau County. Thank you.
Let me just say that I think you've hit all the points. That one thing I did not know is that over 20 years, not a single person who's not incarcerated was ever taken into custody. That the trailer was not visible. That, in fact, nobody in the public even knew it was there. They are there for purposes of cooperating with the correctional officers, the correctional facility, share intelligence, to make the job of correctional officers safer, to make our community safer, and we're also there to available to pick up someone who's being released from incarceration. It makes no sense whatsoever to move ICE from that property.